Drones are today far from just a military marvel. Their use extends far beyond the battlefield, offering solutions in a multitude of sectors, especially logistics. Food delivery company Swiggy had earlier partnered with drone startup Skylark to test out its drone delivery system. The Swiggy Skylark consortium, along with 19 other consortiums, got the Ministry of Civil Aviation's approval in July 2021 to carry out experimental drone flight operations in India beyond the visual line of sight or the BVLOS. Zomato, another major online food delivery platform, also plans to integrate Skylark's drone framework. Logistics major Blue Dart is at the forefront of numerous drone initiatives, including the Blue Dart Med Express Consortium. In financial year 2022, the company launched the Blue Dart Med Express Consortium under the Medicine from the Sky initiative. It thus supported the Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of Telangana, World Economic Forum, and Niti Aayog in their effort to offer healthcare services across the nation. The initiative leveraged the use of drone flights to build robust healthcare infrastructure in the remotest area of the country. But a recent India US deal on drones has brought back the focus on the unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs from the defense perspective. India and the US are signing a rupees 345 billion deal to acquire MQ-9B drones for India's armed forces. The deal will see Indian Armed Forces acquiring 31 of the long range drones for the Army, Air Force, and Navy. In addition, there will be contracts for maintenance, repair, and overhaul facilities for the drones. What makes the deal significant is that it could help few Indian drone manufacturers to become part of a global supply chain of military drones. General Atomics, the manufacturer of the MQ-9B drones, has a tie-up with Bharat Forge to make UAV components or drone components. The American drone major also has committed to setting up a global manufacturing and maintenance hub for drones in India. In addition, General Atomics also provides consultancy assistance for an Indian program to develop combat drones. India has been looking at a technology transfer option as part of the deal to give a boost to domestic unmanned combat aerial vehicle program. Bharat Forge on its part has been investing in indigenously developed drone technology. The Kalyani Center for Technology Innovation and the Kalyani Center for Manufacturing Innovation focuses on technology, material development and material testing. The entities have been testing indigenously developed gearboxes for helicopters, advanced drones, unmanned ground vehicles, electric vehicles, etc. So, the tie up with General Atomics will particularly help Bharat Forge leverage the technology transfer to fine tune its product range in UAVs or drones. Several other Indian companies have entered the evolving drone market by acquiring stake in drone startups. Infosys' stake in drone startup IdeaForge Technology and InfoEdge's stake in another drone startup Skylark Drones are the cases in point. Then there are companies which are partnering with global drone manufacturers. DCM Shriram Industries, for instance, has formed a joint venture with a Turkish drone manufacturer. There are multiple ways one can invest in drone stocks in India. An investor can play the drone theme by either investing in companies that are manufacturing drones, example Hindustan Aeronautics, Bharat Forge and Paras Defense, or they can invest in companies training for drone combat and counter drone solutions, example Zen Technologies. They can invest in companies having an exposure to drone electronics, example Bharat Electronics, or they can invest in logistics companies venturing into drone deliveries, example Blue Dart. But instead of weighing in on stocks that are focused on orders from Indian government, it is necessary to look for stocks that could be part of a global drone ecosystem. In the last few years, the defense sector bond between India and the US has deepened significantly. The two countries have inked key defense and security pacts over the last few years. This includes the Logistics Exchange Memorandum of Agreement in 2016, that allows the militaries to use each other's bases for repair and replenishment of supplies. The two sides also signed COMCASA, or the Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement, in 2018. It provides for interoperability between the two militaries for the sale of high end technology from the US to India. The deal with the US defense major General Atomics Aeronautical Systems to share technology for fighter jet engines and armed drones is part of this agreement. Therefore, with credible technology at our disposal, exports remain one of the biggest inflection points for India's military production. India's defense production exceeded the 1 trillion rupee mark for the first time in financial year 2023. The figure grew to 1.3 trillion rupees by 2024. The number is critical not just because it shows a growth of almost 30%, but also because the growth has come on the back of significant private sector participation. Policy reforms like ban on certain imports and integration of defense SMEs and startups in the supply chain have revolutionized Indian defense. Over the past 7 to 8 years, the number of defense licenses issued to industries has increased by almost 200%. This has stimulated the defense industrial manufacturing system. The run up in defense stocks so far certainly captures the near term earnings upside from the domestic sales. But unless your time frame to stay invested in defense stocks is too short, you may not want to miss the long term upside in exports. However, selecting stocks in Indian defense ecosystem must be with sufficient due diligence. Going with under the radar stocks that offer long term upside is the best possible way to go about it. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.